What's the chow Chinchows? JoesphGames here, and welcome to Fire Red Omega Egglocke. This is my brand new LP that is going to be starting July 31st. That is it, July 31st. That will be when episode 1 will be up. This is the Send Me Eggs video for this. It's about time we did another Egglocke. And I cannot wait to show you this because the fact is, this game is really interesting because it's really hard. It's made by the same person who made Sigurd Gold and Storm Silver, maybe the same person who made all the other, you know, Volt White, Blaze Black 2, Volt White 2, and all those other games. It's made by WRLD, so this is going to be scary as hell. I'm so scared to be playing this, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Welcome to Fire Red Omega, an edit of Fire Red that incorporates all 386 Pokemon of the 3rd generation. Fire Red Omega has revamped wild Pokemon, trainer battles, and even added a few extra areas. There have been many changes overall. Stuff like level up moves and stats have also been edited in the name of making use of different Pokemon. And much easier than previous. Evolution methods have also been edited so that you can have all the Pokemon can be evolved in the game without having to trade. You also get the National Dex instead of the Pokedex. I hope you enjoy this newly and hopefully challenging fights that await you in this edit. If you have the patch with a note, yeah, well, you don't need to worry about that bit. Have fun, Drayanu. It just tells us when the levels are and stuff like that. Hello there. Glad to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. I'm sorry, I'm a bit old, but I keep on going in between voices for some reason. People affectionately refer to me as the Pokemon Professor. This world is inhabited far and wide by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. For other people, Pokemon are used for battling. As for myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. But first, tell me a bit more about yourself. Are you a boy or a girl? Well, I think it's about time we brought back an old character from the channel, but before we do that, hello everyone, I'm JoesphGames, aka Joe. I've been doing YouTube for over 4 years now, and I've been doing VidMe for about a little over 6 months now, and it's been really an amazing adventure to do both YouTube and VidMe together. I have been told that I am an adult gamer, and from time to time I will swear and be a bit loud and boisterous. I'm sorry about that, and if you can't handle that, then please feel free to find other channels that will help you in your ways of finding Pokemon things. I'm proud of the fact that I'm an adult gamer, and I don't mind being what I am. I'm 29 years old, and I've never been told to, you know, act my age before, and I never will now. Anyway, I like to play as the girl character in most of my series because I like to tell a story. This is not my adventures, this is going to be Joanne's adventures. Let's begin with your name. What is it? My name is Joe. Actually, wait. There are lowercase. I should be using it. I am smart. Joanne. Right, your name is Joanne. Yes, my name is Joanne. This is my grandson. He's been your rival ever since you were kids. What's his name again? His name... For this series, I think I'm gonna call him this. Ruby! What's his name, Ruby? That's right, I remember now. His name is Ruby. Joanne, your very own Pokemon adventure is about to unfold. A world with dreams and adventures await you in the world of Pokemon. Let's go! But attack speed needs to go to fast immediately. I am getting so far ahead of myself. It's not cool. Let's go with that one. Okay, and there's a potion in the... There's a potion in here. Might as well take it. Might need it. You never know. Right. All girls dream of travelling. It says so on TV. Oh yes, Professor Oak. He's next door and he's looking for you. Okay. Let's go and find Professor Oak. Hey, wait! Don't go out! It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in the tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for protection. I know, come with me. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Ruby, let me think. Why are you here? I don't know. Oh, that's right, I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Joanne. There are 3 Pokemon here. The Pokemon are locked inside their Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. But now, in my old age, I only have 3 left. Did you give the rest of them away? Is that why did they all die? Why do you only have 3? Can you at least explain why you only have 3? You can have one. Go on, choose. Okay. Hey, Gramps. No fair. What about me? Be patient, Ruby. You can have one too. By the way, I might try and get Ruby to do some voice acting for this series because to play the character of Ruby, because I'm using him as my rival and he is my rival in the Storm Silver versus. So I might just do that. I don't know. I'll have to get some. I have to write down a script for him and stuff like that because it'd be so much easier me voicing him for a couple episodes. We'll see. Anyway, we have 3 Pokemon here. Let's take a look at what we got. Magby, Smoochum, and Egglocke. Okay. Now I want to pick. I can pick any of these. These would be all 3 of these would be rather good, and don't really matter because this is an Egglocke. So I'm going to go with Egglocke. And no, you don't get a nickname because you're going to be exchanged for a token. Or you are a token, I should say. Wait, Joanne. Let's check out our Pokemon. I'll take you on. Okie dokie, so it is time for our first battle with Ruby. This battle really doesn't matter. You can lose it technically, but I'd prefer not to lose it. Because the battle doesn't start until we have Pokeballs. The lock doesn't start until we have Pokeballs, so it doesn't really matter. And the ability to open eggs, that would also be a thing too. But I don't really care. I'm gonna beat this guy. Just pound on him with quick attacks until he's no more. Because, you know, Egglocke is probably the best one of all 3 of them to pick. One more. There we go. For the one battle I need you for, Egglocke, you're rather good. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon tougher by toughening them up. Joe and Gramps, I'll see you later. Okay, so this is a Egglocke. Now, if you've never heard of an Egglocke before, I don't know what rock you've been hiding under for the past couple of years, but okay. That's a thing, I guess. An Egglocke is a challenge based upon a Nuzlocke. A Nuzlocke is something that you set yourself to make the Pokemon games a little harder. And more fun, really, for some people. I enjoyed Nuzlocks and stuff like that. This is an Egglocke, though. The Egglocke is based upon 3 rules that are the main rules of a Nuzlocke. 1. I'm only allowed 1 encounter per route, town, area, or cave, and it has to be the first thing I see. 2. If any Pokemon faints inside or outside a battle, it is considered dead, and I have to get rid of it by putting it in the PC box, labeled death, or I can release it back into the wild. And 3. All the Pokemon must be nicknamed. But this is where you come in. Rule number 4 states that I must be that for every encounter I catch, I can hatch it into an egg. So I can take that level 3 Rattata I just ran into, if I caught it, take it to the Pokemon Center, and turn that into an egg that you guys have sent me from the because that's how this series will work. And then I level that egg up to the level of the Pokemon. Since that Pokemon is level 3, I don't need to worry about that though, because the egg will automatically hatch at level 5, because that's how it works in Gen 3. Because eggs hatching at level 1, that started in Gen 4. So in Gen 3, we have eggs starting at level 5. So that is how it works. So here I am in the Pokemon Center of Viridian City. I'm going to save the game once we've healed up. And that is going to be our save file that you guys are going to use to help me make eggs. Okay, saved. Right. Next thing we are going to do is we are going to start. I'm going to start telling you how to send me eggs. So I will sort that out in a minute. I'm going to go and make a cut here so I can get that all set up. So give me a sec, guys. I will be back in a couple of minutes. Okie dokie, we are back, and for the next part of this tutorial, I will have my mouse on screen, because now I need to go through how you guys can send me eggs for my Fire Red Omega Egglocke. So I am in Chrome at this moment in time, because that is my default web browser. And then what we want to do here is we want to go to Google, and we want to go to A-Saves. And there it is, A-Save. A-Save is a 3rd generation save editor. So that's what we need to download. And there it is. That is the download link. This is not a virus, by the way. This is the download link for A-Saves. This is how you send me eggs. So you need this. And there it is. Next thing you need to do is you need to open it in a show in folder, find it, and then we can go to 7-zip, which is a thing I have. If you want 7-zip, is in the description below. I may even put an executable in the save file I'm making for this series. So please download 7-zip. It is probably one of the best unzipping software there is. I'm not sponsored by them to say that, but it is completely free and is really good at unzipping software. So it's probably it's better than WinZip. It's very much better than WinZip or Windows Explorer or anything like that. So what I want to do is go to Extract Files, and I want to go to OK. This won't only take a couple of seconds. And it is done. Next thing we need to do is we need to open a save. So that's asave.exe. That's this one here, the 3rd option. And then we get this. Now it is this small. I'm sorry, but it's tiny. It's tiny. You might have to squint your eyes a bit in order to see what I'm doing. I'm sorry, but that's just how small the screen is. But whilst we're here and whilst we have my internet browser up, go back to Google. And then go to Bulbapedia. Because Bulbapedia is the Pokemon encyclopedia we are using for this one. You can use Celebi if you want, and you can also use Pokemon database and stuff like that. But I think Bulbapedia is probably one of the best ones to use. So let's go back into A saves, and now we're going to click open. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to find our Fire Red Omega Egglocke save, which is right here for me. And will also be in the download folder that I will give you guys. So, now we want to go to storage. Now, in storage, you'll see a huge grid pattern. And in there, I want you to right-click and go to Edit. This will bring up the Pokemon Save Editor. So here we have in this drop-down list, we have all the Pokemon that are available to us from the 3rd generation. You can send me any Pokemon you want as long as it fits these rules. 1, it has to be the lowest evolution form of that Pokemon. So don't send me a Venusaur, send me a Bulbasaur. Okay? Send me a Bulbasaur, not a Venusaur. Send me a Charmander and not a Charizard. Send me a Weedle instead of a Beedrill. If you're doing my mascot Pokemon, send Chinchow, not Lantern. Because it will evolve into that. If you send me the evolved form, I will disqualify it. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it has to be. So, send me the lowest evolution form of your Pokemon. Let's go for something different today. Because I'm always sending Chinchows in these Egglocke tutorials. I want to do something different. I'm going to send a Sandshrew. Now, I call my Sandshrews Bart. So that's what I'm going to call my Sandshrew, Bart. And when we take Fateful Encounter, which I think that helps it keep its nickname. Next thing we want to do is we want to make sure it has the right ability. In 3rd generation, Sandshrew only has one ability, which is Sand Veil, so we don't need to worry about that for Sandshrew. But for you guys, there might be more abilities here. Then we need to go to to tick this box right here. Now, as for items, there's no need to give me an egg with an item attached to it, because the fact is, I can't have that item that's attached to the egg. I won't be able to find out what that item is, and I won't be able to even take the item off the egg. So there's really no point. If your Mon that you're sending me does evolve via a stone, please tell me in the body of the email that I'll tell you that I'll show you how to do at the end of the tutorial. Show me in that. That way I know. Okay? That's probably the better way of doing it. So if you want to send me like a Growlithe, and then of course that Growlithe evolves into Arcanine via Firestone, tell me in the email you need a Firestone, and I will hack that Firestone in, and there you go. Okay, so now we've ticked the egg box. The happiness meter the friendship meter turns to steps, and we want to keep this step meter at 0. We don't need to mess about with that. It needs to be an egg because this is an Egglocke. I hatch eggs. If your Mon's not inside an egg, I will release it. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. PKRS is Pokerus. We don't need to worry about that. If you know stuff about Pokerus, feel free to do stuff about that. The rest of this is contest stats. We're not doing contests, but this is Fire Red. There's no such thing as contests in Fire Red. That's Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. So next thing we want to do is go to stats. Now we want to go. Now we are in stats. Now we have the IVs and the EVs. Now with IVs, you could set these all to 31. You could just click the random button and find a set you like. You can do whatever you want. that is up to you. Whatever you want with the IVs. With the EVs, leave them alone. Do not touch them. I want them to be at 0. And I feel like it's the best to leave them at 0. So, what I'm going to do in this situation is I'm going to randomize and find a stat which allows me to have good attack and good defense. Because that's Sandshrew for you. That's actually a really good set, but I prefer some more HP, so I'm not going to do that. That one. That one's pretty good. Okay, so next thing we want to do is we want to set this to level, the level here to level 5, because that's where it'll hatch from the egg, and if it, and that's where it should work. Although, would it work at level 1? Or would it just auto level to level 5? Just leave it. Put it at level 5 and that'll do. Okay, so next thing we want to do is we want to find Sandshrews' legal moveset. So for this we need to go we need to go to Bulbapedia, go into the search box and pick Sand. And it's CHRW. Sand. Wait, no, it ain't. Oh, there's an E. There's an E before the W. Silly me. EW. Sandshrew. And there's Sandshrew. Okay, so now we need to find Sandshrews. Now I need to find Sandshrews' moveset for the 3rd generation. Okay, so this is Sandshrews' moveset for the 3rd generation. Now, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to send me any level 1 move and any move that it gets from level 1 to level 5 and any egg moves you want me to send me. No TMs and no other moves. So for Sandshrew, that is the only move it would be allowed to learn by level up is Scratch. So, SCRAT, Scratch. No, come on. Why is it not working? Scratch. There we go. Scratch. Okay, so that's the only move it can learn by level up. Let's see what egg moves he can learn. So he can learn Counter, Crush Claw, Flail, Metal Claw, Rapid Spin, Rock Slide, apparently from the camera up line, and Safeguard and Swords Dance. Actually, Sandshrews not a bad mon. Okay, I'm going to do this then. Swords. Swords Dance. Apparently it learns it. And also, apparently it also learns this. I can't actually believe this is an egg move on Sandshrew. Rock Slide. I don't even believe how that's an egg move. But apparently according to this it is. So Rock Slide, there we go. And let's go with Crush Claw as well. No, I did not say rest. I said crush. There it is. Crush Claw. Okay. So those are the moves that I'm giving Sandshrew. He has 1 egg move. He has 3 egg moves and one level up move. So there we go. Next thing we want to do is go to the Met tab. And in here, we click this one button here. Import from ID. So now we have my trainer ID and my secret ID. We have the language. We have where the game. Now we can set where the game is. So let's say Fire Red. Now we can set what ball it comes in. This doesn't really matter. It's up to you. I'm going to go say Safari Ball. level met and the location met are going to be set by the eggs, so they don't really matter. So when I hatch the egg, they'll already be in. Next thing you want to do is go to the main tab again and click this button here, PID. This will generate a random PID for this Pokemon, and I'm going to pick May. This is also where you set the gender. You can also set its shininess by going here. And you can also click a nature which you guys want. Here are all the natures you can have. I'm going to click adamant. That is the nature I want for my. That is the nature I want for mine. Click the nature that you think is the best for your Pokemon. If you don't know what the best for your Pokemon is, go to Smogon. Smogon will help you out and will help you find the legal, sets for like the best for your Pokemon and stuff like that you're sending me. Because they're good at battles. So there we go. And then the last thing you want to do is click generate. So there we go. There we have our generated Pokemon. If you want to, you can do this and click the shiny button and then click generate, and it will generate a shiny Pokemon, I think. So hopefully that should work. And the next thing we want to do is go to save edit. And now we have Bart. Now, obviously, it doesn't keep its nickname for some reason, but I'm not exactly sure why that is. But I guess maybe there's a reason for that, but that's fine. If it doesn't keep its nickname, that's also fine. Next thing we want to do is we want to right-click on the egg that we just made, and we now want to go to export. This is where your nickname comes in. So, basically, what I want you to do is I want you to name the file of your egg, not the name of the Pokemon. I want you to nickname it the nickname of the Pokemon you want to send me. So this is Bart. There we go. Bart. That is his nickname. And now we go to save. And now we have Bart. So we can close that. And the next thing we want to do is go to save here. And go to save there. And replace. And we can click off A saves, and we are done with A saves. The next thing we want to do is go to our new tab in our internet browser and go to our local email client. For me, that is Gmail. For you guys, that might be something else. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to compose. And this brings up a new mail for me. So in here, we can put the email address of the Egglocke folder. So you can send as many eggs as you want to to JEPM92@hotmail.com. That is my email address. So that is the email address I want you to send the eggs to. JEPM92@hotmail.com. And in the subject line, I want you to put Fire Red Egglocke. Yeah. Fire. So that's Fire Red Egglocke. There we go. Fire Red Egglocke. And then the body of the text, you can put anything you want in the body of the text. You can put hi, you can put good luck with your Egglocke, or I'm sending you an egg, good, hope you hatch it, and stuff like that. Feel free to put whatever you want. This is also where you can put whether your Pokemon evolves via a stone. So say, for example, just put like Firestone needed. So, for example, like this. Firestone needed. And then I'll know I need a Firestone. So I'll hatch the Firestone. I will put the Firestone into the game for that Mon. When I hatch that Mon, I will know that that is your Mon, and I will know that I need a Firestone. Because I'll keep an eye on this stuff. Okay? But I don't need a Firestone for my Mon, so I don't need to worry about that. But one thing I do need to do here is go to this little paper clip and go to attach, and I'll attach files. Then I need to find Bart, which is here. And now we have Bart. And next thing we want to do is go to send. Now if we open up my mail clients here, give it a couple of seconds, and there it is. There's my egg. There's Bart. So, there we go. That is how you send an egg to me for my Fire Red Omega Egglocke. If you enjoyed this video, you can leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're on VidMe, you can leave an upvote, you can follow the channel, and of course, you can leave a comment over there as well. Get hyped for my Fire Red Omega Egglocke, which is going to be starting July 31st. That is a Monday, and that is the day you'll see the very first episode of the Fire Red Omega Egglocke. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Send me as many eggs as you want, and please feel free to do it. Send me eggs. This series cannot be done without you guys. I need you for this. Send me eggs. And until next time, I'm JoesphGames, and I am out. Happy hatching, everyone, and good night.